I remember I saw Split the day Trump was inaugurated as President of the United States. I was gonna see it no matter what, but it just seemed fitting to go see a movie about a crazy man who terrorizes innocent girls. Casey Cook, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, is kidnapped along with 2 other girls by a man played by James McAvoy. If you're wondering why I didn't give him a name, it's because he goes by many different names as he has 23 different personalities in his head. Fearing for her life, Casey and the girls must find a way to escape the madman before he unleashes something called the Beast. Alright, so let's start with the best part of this movie, James McAvoy. He is fucking phenomenal in this. Not just because he is genuinely physically imposing, like you believe he can beat up anyone, but he is really great at playing all these different personalities. There's little touches in how he moves, the facial expressions, how he talks. I can immediately pinpoint, okay, that's Dennis, that's Hedwig, that's Patricia, and several of these personalities feel really fleshed out. How Dennis is a neat freak, or Hedwig is just freaking weird, always saying words over and over because that's just what kids do. Most of the rest of the cast is good too. Anya Taylor-Joy is really good, obviously suffering from some PTSD from her uncle. This leads to her character, well, obviously scared, able to control her emotions more in the situation and come up with solutions. Betty Buckley plays McAvoy's psychologist, and she's very good. Kinda sweet but smart and able to get info out of him through her words. So unlike The Visit, this is pretty much a psychological thriller, not a part comedy. There are funny moments, like I said, Hedwig has some very good lines, but no, this is a thriller first and foremost. Even the moments that are funny have an aura of uncomfortableness to them, and it does suspense so well.
It's crooked. Forgive me.
I don't know if you know, but tigers have only 30 teeth.
I remember when I saw this in the theater and the scene after McAvoy first brings them in was so creepy that my legs were shaking. I also love how they can create fear out of mundane things. There's pictures of the Beast, and even though it's a childish drawing, it is legit unsettling. Like, it makes me scared of something called the Beast, which sounds like a 5-year-old would name something. I love the look of the film. The pace is slower than a lot of movies, but not painfully slow. There's always something happening without many dead spaces. Also, it's nice to have the Shyamalan cameo back. He wasn't in After Earth or The Visit, and it was really cool seeing him again. Score is excellent, and unlike most of Knight's films, it actually wasn't James Newton Howard, but Wes Dillon Thornton. And the movie keeps you guessing on what will happen next, revealing just enough, like what happened during McAvoy's childhood, or why Casey is so reserved. In terms of flaws, some of the dialogue in the beginning is a bit clunky, and the other 2 girls are kinda boring. They're generic, and I don't really know much about them. I constantly kept forgetting their names. I've also heard some say it's problematic and promotes ableist bias. I guess I get it, but with the ending, it makes it more fantastical than psychological. Speaking of the ending, I have to explain the twist. I literally cannot talk about the next movie without revealing the twist. So if you haven't seen this yet and somehow don't know the twist, go watch it now and come back. Okay. Here we go. So this is all a stealth sequel to Unbreakable, David Dunn even showing up at the very end. When I saw that for the first time, I legit put my hands to my mouth and gasped. As some of you know, I'm not a huge Unbreakable fan. It's always been one of my least favorites of his films. That said, I did rewatch it before this, and while I still don't love it, I do respect it a lot more. I appreciate what it's trying to be, and I do like a lot of parts of it, and understand why some people really love it. For me, it's just way too slow, and I think it doesn't build up to the reveal that superheroes exist in this world enough, so it comes off kinda silly. This fits a lot more. I absolutely love Split. In fact, if I'm being honest, this is probably my second favorite of Shyamalan's films. Yes, only behind Signs, meaning I liked this more than The Sixth Sense. It's one of the few recent movies that I was excited for and actually lived up to my expectations. Maybe even surpassed them. I was expecting a great thriller, instead I got a great thriller and a great sequel. I give this a 9 out of 10, easily one of my favorite thrillers of the past 10 years. And 2 years later, he would bring us the finale of this trilogy in Glass. It didn't get great reviews, but how did I feel about it? Well, you'll find out tomorrow. See you then.